Hi there, Taurus. This is Carrie at Wooing Nature. I hope you're having a prosperous time right now. I hope that everything is moving in the direction that you want it to move in. And I hope that you are spending your time with your feet up, relaxing, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. This is December. We are at the end of 2020. If you think or thought that you weren't going to make it, now you know differently. You know that the universe had a different plan for you. And you can feel confident knowing that the time that you have been here, living, surviving, breathing, growing, and stretching yourself, it is all going to be to your benefit. So this is your December reading. I'm going to share with you the cards that I'll be reading from for this month for everybody, and then we'll get right into it. So first of all, I'll be pulling from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. This is Alana Fairchild with Wang Yi Guang. These are beautiful, beautiful images in this deck. And it's also one of my tried and true decks because there's so many times that I've had to go to this deck for personal or for personal readings or for my own personal guidance. And it never fails to give a very loving, heartfelt message that can bring up some really strong emotions for me. So I wanted to share those with you. I'll also be going back to the Spirit Animal Oracle, but I'm going to open this door up a little bit more. Last month, we focused on the people coming toward us, but looking at them through animal spirits. But today, what I'm going to do is open it up a little bit and see where the animal spirits take us. It might be about your energy, or it could be people coming towards you and what they're offering you this month. And then finally, I will be in the Revelations Tarot by Zach Wong, and I really like this deck because it is playful and whimsical to look at, and it's an enjoyable deck to read. So I'll be going to Revelations Tarot for your detailing. So let's get started with the Wild Kuan Yin first. And this is just to get a general focus for the month, just a word, something to think about, something to walk with, something to reflect upon in December throughout the month for Taurus. Just a message for Taurus to guide Taurus along the way. All right, so we've got Princess of Purity leaps across. Princess of Purity leaps across. Now, I can't wait to see what channeled message comes through Alana Fairchild on this deck. But I have been paying very close attention to fire energy and the Archangel Nathaniel, who comes with fire. There's also other fire deities. Ogun is one of them, if you follow that tradition. But I've been getting a lot with fire, and it could also be because it's Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So coming into December is Sagittarius's time. So it could be about that, but the main thing is working with fire, and fire is associated with purification. When something goes through fire, it's considered to be purified. Like, you know, when you have to, you put fire to something, it burns off all of the bacteria and all of that kind of thing. So it's talking about purity, and to me, I just wanted to bring that up, but we are also going to see what the text has to say about it. This is card number 24. Card number 24 breaks down to a 6. 6 is a very interesting manifestation number. Most of the time we associate manifestation with the number 8. And it is also a manifestation number. 8 is, but 6 is as well. And so it's a different kind of manifestation. It says, I have such faith in you that I have placed what appears to be an obstacle in your way. It is actually a stepping stone that will help you rise. If there were no challenges, how would you gain trust and confidence in yourself and in me? Through my grace, I am giving you an invisible boost. You shall leap over this obstacle with such lightness of heart and foot. You shall then believe that anything is possible. And so, yeah, another way of dealing with purification, or going through a purification or a transformational process, is by overcoming a challenge. So for those of you Tauruses that are experiencing some particular challenge, then overcoming that challenge is your way through the purification process. During a challenge, trusting in divine grace is also helpful. Perhaps you hope for the best, wanting to trust that the goodness in people would somehow win through and turn a mess into an opportunity for healing. But perhaps the situation didn't quite work out as you had hoped. Or maybe you feel everyone is doing their best, but something is still blocking the way to resolution and healing. The oracle of the Princess of Purity leaps across, this one here, arises when there is something of an obstacle or challenge that you are growing through. It may be creating an inner sense or unease or discomfort that you feel but cannot quite explain. The good news is that you're being blessed with an empowerment of grace. You're going to be given the power to overcome the obstacle. So the obstacle is literally there for you to grow over. I like it. Sounds very kudzu, doesn't it? So yeah, it's there for you to just, overcome the obstacle in that way by spreading your Taurus nature all around it. That's what I'm seeing there. All right, so moving right along into the spirit animals. We're looking at those animals or those animal spirits. It could be people, it could be energies, it could be the energy of the Taurus or energy that the Taurus needs to embody. It could also be the people that are coming in and around Taurus during the month of December and the lessons that they're bringing forward. So we're just opening ourselves to who these individuals are or how this energy plays into Taurus energy. I've been pulling 3 for everybody, so we'll follow that same pattern. We've got the rabbit coming in. Rabbit is about luck and speed and also abundance. It's in the form of being able to create many things or being able to be creative in your endeavors, using your creativity to advance yourself. So it looks like energy that you need to embody, Taurus, for the month of December. Do something creative for somebody else for the holidays if you participate in the gift-giving aspects of the season. Then create something for someone instead of necessarily buying it, because you participating in that creative process is going to open up something for you, and it's also going to give the other person a special part of yourself. Hold on, I gotta grab a card from off the floor. And that card is the peacock. The peacock is about you being able to spread your tail feathers to show and to express yourself in a way that defines your grace, that defines your spirit, that shows your spirit in its most positive, giving, and hospitable light. The peacock also comes with Oshun. So for those of you who follow that teaching, then that spirit of Oshun comes in with that. It's also card number 46, and 46 breaks down into 10 and then a 1. So it does represent coming to the 1 or being able to appreciate the 1. So you may end up with peacock spirits or peacock type people coming around you. And if it makes you bristle in some kind of way, it means that there's an aspect of their nature that you need to adopt, Taurus, into your life. And then you also have the turkey spirit, which I think is the turkey really embodies this time and this season, because it's a time of giving thanks and being thankful, and the turkey represents that in its demeanor. And actually the turkey and the peacock are a part of the same family. A lot of people don't realize that, but they're both pheasants, and these animals are both known to be very regal, very showy, and very expressive of who they are and the best of who they are. So I feel like Taurus, both of these animal spirits, whether it's turkey or whether it's peacock. Now, peacocks are really your real for real, those showboat people. And these people, turkey people, show their regality in different ways. It's not so much about the physical, it's more about how they give, or how they show love, or how they give love. But either way it goes, I think that that should those energies, whether they are energies that you are embodying or whether they're energies of people that are around you, I think that they will prove to be very powerful for you. In terms of just, feeling yourself or feeling better about yourself, or really garnering some self-esteem and some, acceptance of your full power, Taurus. You have to, it's okay to accept your full power. I think a lot of times when we are faced with our own power, we tend to run away from it. It kind of scares us a little bit because it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all of that? It's kind of surprising because you don't always see yourself. You're not, you don't have a monocle on yourself all day, not unless you're completely narcissistic. And so for that reason, you don't always get to see it. And so when that power comes out, you start to feel like, oh my God, it's overwhelming. But it just means you need to breathe. That's all. You just need to breathe into it a little more. All right, I'm moving into the tarot for the detailing. We've got a Four of Cups in reverse here. Four of Cups is when things are coming towards you and you just really don't know what you want to think about it. Sometimes somebody might be trying to show you some care, or they may want to offer you something, but you're really not sure if you want to take hold of it or whether it's for you or not. And so you have a tendency to I think maybe be a little bit more watchful of what's coming in and not just accepting what's coming in. But I think with this Four in reverse, I feel like you're letting go of your suspicion or your distrust, or that knee-jerk instinct to block something is going away, and then it feels like you're being more open to receive. I'm seeing that, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you need your Four of Cups. Sometimes your Four of Cups needs to be on, and sometimes your Four of Cups needs to be off. It just depends on the situation. If you're always blocking people, new things that come through, like when new things come and it's like that's not the one you want. But sometimes it's important for you to be discerning about what's coming through to you, but that's all a part of balancing yourself out the way that you need to. So this is the Justice card. It is coming in the upright, which to me says balance. So we're talking about being able to experience the right balance, being able to discern again what's good for you, what's not good for you. It requires you to be in the middle. You don't want to be always on the defensive. You want to be open, but not just like a doormat. It's a balance between the two, and I feel like that's what this Justice is bringing in. It's creating the balance, and it's a thinking process for you. It's a thinking process. So you have to think about what you want. You have to think about what it is that you want, so that when the thing comes through and it's not it, you can say no to it. That's what I think this Justice is about for you, Taurus. All right, so we've got the World card. The World card can either mean the end of a cycle, or it could be a part or time in your life where you are kind of taking the bull by the horns, or you're taking the reins, or you're getting a handle on what's there for you and what's not there for you. I feel like that's what's happening with you. And then this card is the Magician in reverse. So to me, what I'm seeing is you being able to Utilize all of the resources that are available to you to create the balance in your life that you want based on what it is that you say that you need or want. That's why this Four of Cups is coming in reverse, because it's like you can be open once you know what you're looking for. You can be completely open once you know what you're looking for, because you don't have to accept anything that doesn't match up with what it is that you are seeking. You don't have to accept it, you know. Things can come towards you. You can say no. And saying no is an important part of being able to work with the energy of bringing the balance back to your life. That's what I'm seeing. So here we have the Ace of Swords in reverse with the Temperance. And so Ace of Swords to me in reverse is when things are not quite in alignment. That means your thinking and your actions and your words that are coming out of your mouth and the way that you operate is in synchronicity. Who you are is resonated in the way you think, the way you act, and what you say. That you're not saying something that you don't mean, because that throws you off. That gets your balance off. I feel like this Temperance and this Justice coming in the same reading is very significant, because it's a certain kind of balance that is going to allow you to live according to your own law. This is justice. What law do you live by? What's your code? You got to know what it is. And you got to live by your code. And I think that's why this Magician is in reverse, because when you're not living by your code, then you can't work your magic. Your magic ain't gonna work because you're not in a you're off your center here. So this needs to be worked on. This is where you need to be, and I think that that this process is very important for you right now. It's about being able to be open, and being open requires you to be very clear about what it is that you want. Yeah. Because what happens is that when you're not clear about what you want, and you're not clear about your ability and your power to say no or yes to something, or your power to decide, that's your will center. That's your solar plexus. Your will center says, I can decide, and it's okay for me to decide. And what I decide is okay for me. When you're good with you, your will center is empowered. And that goes back to that fire. We talked about working with fire energy, going into a Sagittarius season with the fire. So it's your will gives you the power to make a decision. And you know that when you know what you want and you are okay with it, then you can easily tell people, no, I'm not getting ready to do that. Or you can easily tell people, no, you need to back up. Or you can easily change your mind about what it is you're doing. And then the choice isn't wrought with guilt and, oh, what if this happens, and oh, worry and all that. No, because you know that you've made a decision that's in alignment with your best self. And you know where that lives. That's why the Temperance is here. That's where meditation comes in. You need to do your meditation. Meditation. Yep, you got a whole lot on your emotional plate. A whole lot on the emotional plate, looks like, Taurus. And since there's a whole lot on the emotional plate, you have to get to center. Have to get to center. That's why you got this Justice and this Temperance and this Magician in reverse. You got to be able to work your magic. And you can't do it when you're out of personal alignment. Just can't. There we go. Tower in reverse. Tower in the upright, coming in with the Knight of Wands, which to me says that it's throwing your emotions off. It can make you be impulsive, making decisions too rashly, making decisions without thinking your way through it, making decisions when you're not very clear about how you actually feel about it and what you actually think about it. Not taking that, and so that is what can cause some of these conundrums that happen. It's about meditation. You got to bring yourself back to a meditative state. All right, anything else for Taurus for the month of December? Anything else for Taurus month of December? Nope, that's it for you all. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you need more, if you need to take a deeper dive, get into your personal set, then you know where to find me. Information is in the description box below. If you would like to follow us, you can do so on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wooing Nature. We'll be glad to have you on board there. And then you can get advice and information and just some things to get you through the day. Okay? As always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful December, and I hope that you are enjoying and having a fantastic life.